If you already have a mopping robot vacuum, do you really need a separate mop too? The answer may surprise you. My name is Jamie Andrews and this is the Narwal S10 Pro vacuum mop designed to clean your hard floors. I recently ran a test where I sent a flagship robot mop out in 2 passes to clean my dining room and kitchen floors, and directly after I used the S10 Pro to clean the floors with just room temperature water, and as you can see here, the robot left a lot of dirt and debris behind for the S10 Pro to collect. Robots don't have the same scrubbing or vacuum power, and most just push dirty mop pads around your home. Robots still have their place as they are mostly hands-off, which means it takes less effort to have them clean daily, and then use a mop like the S10 Pro to clean every so often to get where robots can't, and to deep scrub the floors beyond the robot's ability. Before I get too ahead of myself, let's take a closer look at the S10 Pro. At the top, you have a power button, mode button, and a small full-color LCD screen. Next, you have a self-cleaning button on the front of the handle. On the back, we have a 670 milliliter dirty water tank. Removing the top reveals a filter that separates the solids from the liquid. Finally, up top we have a washable paper filter with a pre-screen. The clean water tank is larger at 790 milliliters and located in the base of the mop, which is an interesting design choice. The roller brush cover is easy to remove with just a click of a button. Removing the roller brush is equally as easy to remove, and it is a standard soft roller brush that features edge cleaning on one side of the mop. Flipping the mop over, we find a set of 4 roller wheels and a plastic scraper to help remove water from your floors. Looking at the dock, the first thing I notice is it is a 2-piece design with a removable dock tray to make it easy to clean. The dock features hot air drying to cut down on bacteria growth and smells. Around back there is a nice cord wrap, but sadly missing is a place to store the included extra brush roller, filter, and cleaning brush. The S10 Pro is also quite powerful with a 14,000 Pascal vacuum motor and a 4,000 milliamp battery designed to last an advertised 50 minutes. I was able to get about 40 minutes on auto mode in my home, which is a bit better than average. I put the S10 Pro through a few of my endurance tests, starting with something simple like coffee grounds, which proved to be no issue for the mop. Stepping things up a bit, I moved on to cat litter, as that is one thing I have a bunch of in my house with 3 cats, and again no issues here. How about larger debris like cat food? I normally don't recommend using a wet-dry mop for this, but the S10 Pro handled it just fine. Moving on to my liquid test, I used 2 cracked eggs on tile floor, which helped to showcase just how powerful the vacuum motor is on the S10 Pro. Next, I used exactly 2 milliliters of baked on hot sauce on my tile floor, and the S10 Pro was about average in cleaning up the stains, taking several passes to remove it all. After all the mess, I placed the mop back on the dock and began a self-cleaning cycle, which uses water from the mop to deep scrub the roller brushes and the internals of the mop. After one cleaning, there was still a good bit of debris left on the mop head, but the mop roller was noticeably cleaner. After a second cleaning, the roller was nearly stain-free, however the cleaning head had dirt and debris left behind. This is not too unusual for these mops, and thankfully this one is designed so you can easily just take a towel and wipe it down. After the mop is washed, it will automatically start the drying process on the dock. It continually spins the roller while applying hot air to that roller. I found the noise level to be a bit above average at 60 decibels, and the power draw to be about 1.4 amps and 150 watts of power. The drying process takes about 30 minutes, and when complete, I found the roller to be completely dry. Pretty impressive. Narwal claims the edge cleaning can get as close as 1/4 of an inch to your baseboards and furniture. I found it to be closer to 1/2 inch, and keep in mind this is only on the right side of the mop. On the left side, it is an additional inch further from the wall. While edge cleaning is important, so is the ability to mop under furniture, and this mop will lay flat to get into hard to reach places. Narwhal's claim of 5.9 inches of clearance needed is accurate, so keep that in mind. When cleaning, I normally leave the mop in auto mode, which will automatically boost the vacuum power when heavy dirt is detected, and I found it to work quite well. Pressing the mode button will change it between turbo, quiet, and suction mode, which should be used to clean up large spills. Holding the mode button down will enable max enhancement mode, which boosts a bit higher than turbo mode as long as you hold the button down. After using the S10 Pro in my home for the last few months, I will now share some pros and cons, starting with the cons. The biggest con for me is that it does not completely fit under my cabinets for edge cleaning due to the larger water tank on the back. I can, however, nose it under my cabinets, but that won't take advantage of the closest edge cleaning, which happens on the right side of the mop. The height in the back of the mop is 3¼ inches. Next, I also wish edge cleaning was equal on both sides like many of the competitors in this price range. While I appreciate the ability to reach under furniture, most of my furniture was too low to the ground for it to go under. Next, while the LCD screen is bright and colorful, when in use, the battery percentage is not displayed, and instead you get a tiny hard-to-read battery indicator. However, when placed on the dock, you do get a large percentage readout. This seems backwards to me. The last con has to do with the placement of the clean water tank. While some people may not be a fan of having to bend over to remove it, I found the biggest issue was when it runs out of water mid-wash on the dock, requiring you to remove the mop and get to the water tank. If you put the mop on the floor, it will leave a puddle of water, and if you place it back on the dock, you'll have to remove it again when you replace the water tank. It's not ideal. Now, onto the pros. Narwhal is known to be very innovative with their products, and the S10 Pro is no different. The dirty water tank is the best design I have seen on one of these mops. Pulling up on the handle automatically ejects the lid from the tank, which is brilliant, as they are at times hard to remove on other mops. The lid serves to separate the solids from the liquids with a filter screen, which makes cleaning the tank so much easier, and the first I have tested to perfect this process. Next is the paper filters tend to get damp on these mops, and Narwhal designed a system to air dry the tank filter, which works well. The next pro is with the decision to move the water tank to the cleaning head, which does have an upside, and it makes it easier to push and pull with the low center of gravity. The mop has excellent water control for your hardwood floors, and it never left random drips or puddles when mopping. Finally, the dock features an easy to remove tray for the ease of cleaning, and I also should mention the design, which is very sleek and attractive for a dock and mop. To conclude, I think the Narwhal S10 Pro is a great addition whether you have a robot or not. If water control on hard floors is a big concern, you should look no further. Links to purchase are in the description below, and I ask that you consider subscribing for more great content. Take it easy, everyone. Bye-bye.